All right, my Aqua gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message. Okay, we got that new thing coming in hot, baby. Okay, hot like hotcakes, babe. I'm telling you, this one right here, yeah. Holy Angels and Spirit Guides gives exactly what it is that we need to know in reference to this new thing, okay? This could be somebody who you are currently dealing with on the newer end, guys, okay? It does feel fresh. It does feel new. This could be somebody on their way in and you have been waiting. Okay, before we jump in, please go ahead and click that like button as well as the subscribe button. Keep in mind that these messages are general. There may be parts here that are not for you and other parts that are. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? Got all that out of the way? No need to wait any longer. This one has something to prove. This one has something to prove, okay? I'm hearing they were tried and tested for you, you guys, okay? So this does feel like a fated meetup, okay? It feels like somebody who was meant to be on your path. It does feel like someone who you may have known before, but not in this lifetime. I'm hearing it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, right? So that gives me that soulmate energy, or like we've kind of connected before, right? It's definitely feeling like the connection kind of starts out as this unexplainable physical attraction, you guys, okay? Prove it was the first card out. So this one has been tried and tested. That's what they keep saying. So I do feel like this person was meant to meet you. I feel as though they were, if you feel as though you've been waiting quite some time to meet your person, it is because this person had some lessons to learn on their own, right? They had to mature in certain areas of life to be ready and prepared for this. Second card out was passion. Okay, I thought those were the only two cards, but then waiting popped out and contemplation. All right. I said, okay, it's time to start. And then they said, no, we got two more, right? So we have children here and we have I can be a lot. Do not allow that to make you nervous. Okay. I do feel like this is a very passionate person there. This person is very sure about what it is that they want out of life. They don't just dive headfirst into things, but once they are sure about you, they are sure about you, right? They can prove it to you. I can prove to you that you're my wife, right? I can prove to you that you are my husband, the mother of my children, the father of my children. I also feel like there is this notion that the two of you have a very playful energy, right? This children card, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with someone getting pregnant. I don't feel that, right? Even though that could be something that you would contemplate down the line. That feels like a very specific storyline. So somebody here may have decided that maybe children are not for me, right? Like maybe my clock is ticking, or maybe I'm not a children person. This person is going to shift and change some major, it's like life-altering decisions in your mind. It's almost as if you have had your mind made up about something and they're able to shift it. Okay? Not purposefully. It's not by manipulation. It is by design. Okay? This person gets you to thinking. Okay? Right? They will definitely have you very much so deep in thought. Okay? There's lots of contemplation in your mind about whether or not you're fooling yourself. Okay? If you're being too much, right? Like, am I putting 20 on 10? Maybe this person is not as great as I think they are. Let me ask my friend. Let me ask my mom. Let me talk about them a little bit. Let me have a few conversations about them to see what other people might think. I do feel as though if you start to tell your friends and family about this person, right? Or if they meet this person, it will be a general consensus that this person is a surefire keeper, okay? They may also feel like this person might have you into a lot of shit. Like, girl, what? Yeah, because the I can be a lot card suggests that this person might have a wild side. Okay, I don't get that they're getting into trouble or anything like that. Nothing that will be endangerment, but it does feel like this is a spontaneous person. They may have you into a lot of different hobbies, right? Things that you would not naturally feel gravitated towards. This is somebody who kind of pulls certain qualities out within you. It's like only they could make you feel as though this is something that was naturally already supposed to happen for you. And that could be a number of things, okay? This passion card is definitely giving off lots of steam. So I do feel like this person will have a physical attraction to you almost immediately. They may have a very innocent face, innocent qualities about them. So like a baby face is what I'm hearing. This person looks a lot younger than they actually are. Okay. I'm getting a strong sense that this waiting card is in the center of the reading because there is this notion that you're going to recognize that the waiting wasn't in vain. Okay. Now, the Prove It card does suggest that you will have this, you will give this person the ride of their life, right? Like they will definitely have some obstacles to overcome. There is most definitely a vetting process, right? They're not just going to bounce past that because of their good looks or because of how attracted you are to them or even because of the chemistry, right? They have to be tried and proven in your book as well. Even though I feel like you will be getting some major downloads from the divine that suggests that this is somebody who's supposed to be on your path. So what does that look like? That will look like angel numbers showing up. That could look like the two of you having the same favorite song or the same favorite movie. Okay, potentially having the exact same hobby or interest. It could show up in a number of ways, but it's showing up in a way where only you would know. Okay, so they want me to elaborate. Spirit is going to give you a sign, a direct sign. They're going to prove it to you, okay? Because they don't want you in your head. They don't want you over analyzing this shit. They don't want you overthinking, right? That we're known for that, aren't we? And given what you've been through in the past, they don't want you to have any doubts, right? So they're gonna take care of that on the back end, right? They're telling me to pick up contemplation, right? Overthinking. Right? When shit feels good, it's like, I don't know about if it should feel this good, right? Like, I don't know, right? Like thinking way too much, thinking when shit is going bad, thinking when shit is going good, just thinking. And they're like, we're going to take the guessing work out for you. And there's a specific synchronicity. They're not going to tell me what that is only because it's going to be different for all of you, right? You're all different people. We're here as a collective, but it will be something that you yourself will be like, there's no way that this similarity could be here, or there's no way that this person would say something like this, or there's no way that we would have this in common, or that this would happen unless the wait is over. I do see you experiencing feelings for this person rather quickly. Okay. For some of you, those physical qualities may, those physical emotions may show up sooner than the actual emotions of love or, even like. You're going to be very attracted to this person. Maybe your attraction or your type has gotten you in trouble in the past, and this is why the divine is feeling like they need to prove to you that it's okay, it's safe. Right? I'm hearing you're trouble. Right? Like, I know you're a problem. Like, look how fine you are. Like, I just know you're a problem. And they're like, yeah, I'm not. So we have the moon, and that came out in the reverse. It says, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. So it's going to be really important, you guys, right? I feel like your intuition will be screaming to you that this feels right, okay? And things are aligning. It doesn't feel as though there's a lot of obstacles or push-pull. The only pulling away or pushing away that would occur is if you yourself did it, okay? Now, are they saying that you just need to jump into this immediately, right? No. And if you've already met this person, are they saying that you need to just hop hop into bed with this bitch. No. No, no. Of course, temper yourself, but there is this need to allow, right? This is more on a intuitive and energetic level where they're trying to release a block, right? Because this is something that is supposed to happen. It's something that is supposed to feel good, and it is something that has the potential to go for the long haul, right? However, said blocks could kind of stagnate things, and this is why they're trying to get ahead of it, right? Like they're like, we're not going to let you, think yourself into an abyss. We're not going to do that. We're going to let you see it. We're going to let you know it. And then once they show you this sign, it's really up to you to believe it. It's really up to you to not overanalyze that or second guess that, right? For some of you, you may actually ask for a sign. So it's going to be important for when that sign shows up, don't act surprised. You asked for it. Here you go, right? And it's also going to be important to not be like, I know I asked for the sign, but is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? It's not. Definitely not. So we have luck. This is card 19 in this deck. 9 plus 1 is 10, guys. 10 is the beginning of a new cycle, the beginning of a very lucky cycle is what I should say. I do feel like once you recognize that your intuition is working, there are other opportunities and doors that will start to open for you as well, not just romantically. You're going to start to see your power, right? And then go ahead and step into that power. This is what they are trying to open up for you in this next cycle. It says you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. You can't make that shit up, you guys, right? Okay. So we do have transformation at the bottom of the deck. It says reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. So this person is on path, right? They're on your path. They're in alignment with where you have asked to come, right? Where you have asked to be taken. They align with your goals. They align with your aspirations. So you're going to have some major shifts and changes in the next cycle. I feel like this is just the beginning. They are stating that if you look back, okay, so let's say that you do decide to see this through. I do see a very beautiful potential for things to go as far as you want them to go is what they're wanting me to say, right? Like, so whatever it is that you want, because all of you will want something different, but I would guess if you're resonating with this message, you want life partnership, even if that doesn't look like marriage. If it's the right person, then yes, you would love to partner with somebody, do life with somebody, right? Wake up in the morning to someone, travel the world with someone, right? Enjoy food with somebody, right? Like, partnership is not something that you are willing to chase after, but I feel like once you have met this person or met the right person, your person, right? And they prove it, then you would be able to really understand how they fit on your path, right? So this is just like the beginning of that. Wow. It's also suggesting that you may want to dig a little bit deeper into astrological transits, you guys, okay? Because a shift this big may have something to do with a transit in one of the generational planets. So that's for somebody very specific. Don't force it. You would have already felt a nudge to want to like dig deeper into astrology or look up your natal chart. You would be the person who is very interested to know why some of the hardships in your life have happened, right? And digging into this astrology is going to allow you to see that you're now on smoother ground, right? You're done with the climb, so to speak. That doesn't mean that you won't face other obstacles, but you have learned a lot, you have a lot of wisdom, and now you have tools that will allow you to co-create with the cosmos. So we do have pay attention to the red flags, okay? That showed up crossing this passion card. It says the signs are cautioning you. I don't get that these signs are saying to not move forward. I feel as though how attracted you are to this person might take you aback. Right? It may come off a little bit to you as, right? The last time somebody has my blood boiling like this, because shit is kind of spicy in this connection. I'm just going to tell you. It's very touchy-feely as well. I feel as though as the connection progresses, so does the passion, So there's PDA here. There is there's this like magnetism between the two of you. So once you open that door of intimacy or just holding hands, any kind of physical touch, that will be hard to stay away from, right? So you may want to temper yourself in that arena until you have come to terms with the divine, right? Like what they are trying to show you. Right? Until you trust it. That's really what this is about. Okay? Trusting that good shit could happen to you. Even though you've waited for a long time. It feels like the wait is now over. Okay? I feel as though this kind of attraction that the two of you have towards one another will bode both feelings of exhilaration and overwhelm. Okay, that's why we have that this connection can feel like a lot, because I feel as though maybe this person comes in at a time where you're not expecting them to. Okay, you may have felt like you would have had to wait a little while longer, especially if you are one that has just got done with a transformation. Now, you could have many of transformations in a lifetime, but this is just one of them. You may have felt like, well, no, they wouldn't bring in my wish at this time. Like, no, certainly not. Absolutely not. Okay. You may have conjured up in your mind. Okay. Because we do have contemplation here, that you have to be in a certain place in your life. You have to be in a certain mental space in your life. You have to be in a certain financial place in your life. You have to be in a certain, you have to feel a certain way. Certainly you have to feel a certain way before the person shows up. And they're like, yeah, no. Okay, your heart's desires are ready to come true now, not later. You don't really get to choose the timing, guys. You don't. You're like, but I thought we had free will. You do. You could still choose not to fully see this through. That's certainly an option of yours. I don't understand why you would do that unless you let your mind get the best of you, right? Unless you let those thoughts get away from you. And they would have to get away really far in order to keep you away from this, because there is this sort of imaginary, invisible pull. Yeah. You're like, I'm waiting for them to prove it, but I'm showing up every fucking day to make sure they do. Bitch, he is fine. She is foing foing. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So we have that outside of the box type of character and or personality. This person does check the box physically, but they may actually be a little bit different in reference to what they do for work, right? Or how they were raised, right? Or how just their personality in general, okay? It may be a little bit different than what you have become accustomed to. But I feel like the different qualities in this person's personality kind of brings out your innocence, right? Like there is this sort of, it's not immature. It's just that you're able to kind of have that lighthearted energy with one another. There's this kind of playful banter, jokes, doing things that maybe you haven't done in years. Okay. I do feel like this connection could kind of make you feel like that teenage butterflies in the sky sort of vibe. So let's kind of dig in here. Let's see what lies beneath the surface. If you have already met this person, I would love to know if you have already come to terms with their alignment in your life, right? On your journey. And have you already received that synchronicity, that sign? It will be extremely specific. You won't be able to miss it. You won't be able to miss it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then they haven't sent it to you yet. Okay. Others of you, just send me a little hey girl, hey down below. Let me know you're here. Okay. For some of you, they are pointing out this waiting card, and you have decided that you weren't going to wait anymore, right? Like you just kind of signed out. Signing off. Maybe you're focusing on raising your children, or maybe you're just focusing on your own passions, right? The things that drive you. And I feel like the second you take your attention off of romance is like, boom, there you go. See, look, Hermit card. Look, Hermit card suggests self-inflicted solitude, and then boom, 6 of Wands. Okay? With the Moon card crossing, you don't see it coming. You don't see this coming, you guys. Okay, especially for those of you who have not met this person yet. I do feel like this person has a good balance between both earth qualities, fire qualities, and water qualities. Okay, we have Virgo here, we have the fire, Aries, Sag, Leo, and then we also have the moon, which can signify Cancerous energy. So that's a good balance, y'all, right? They're not they don't have more of one than the other. Which could also be why it's like 1 minute they're ready to go. The next minute they're like, hold on, we got to write down the budget. The next minute they're like, come on, let's go to the bedroom. The next minute they're like, oh my gosh, I just love you so much, right? It's a good balance, but it might be something that you've never experienced before, okay? Yeah. Let's take a look at this person's past. If you have already met this person, then the surprise is going to be that they may confess some feelings sooner than what you're expecting. There's definitely going to be some form of clarity about who they are, what it is that they want, their intentions. That will come to light. I don't feel like a great majority of you have understood that just yet, that this is somebody who is here to transform you as well. You're like, bitch, I just went through a transformation. Yeah, it's another one, right? But this one has more to do with internal transformation, like your psyche, your mind, how you view love, how you view partnerships, your optimism in relationships, the whole bit. That's why this person is so different. This is why you do need to keep an open mind, as they will show up as the package of what you would normally go for, but they are totally different internally. They're going to show you some things. Okay? This person will definitely show you how to have some fun, for sure. This is a fun ride, is what I should say. We have the 6 of Cups here again. And I think, not again, we have the 6 of Cups, but they're saying that it goes over children. And the 6 of Cups does sort of like, the imagery looks like 2 young people coming together, right? There's that lighthearted kindness, right? Kind energy. There is a comfortability because things don't feel so heavy, but this person does have the ability to go deep if you want to. So that balance is something that's going to allow for you to slightly let your guard down. Nobody is saying that you're letting that shit down all the way, but I do feel like it will allow for you to let it down slightly and enough to be able to get these downloads from spirit, from the divine, that listen, this is something good. This is something that you have wished for. Okay, the stars are aligning for you. This will be a transformative relationship. For some of you, this could lead to marriage. I am going to say it. I'm going to say it. Okay, it could lead to life partnership. Maybe you don't want marriage. Maybe you don't believe in marriage anymore. You have gone through a transformation. So the way you view your life could be totally different than how you saw yourself when you were younger, right? But with wish fulfillment showing up here, it is something that you've asked for. Okay, you don't really get to, they're telling me to say this. Okay, I'm not doing this on my own merit. You don't really get to choose when we show up. Okay, the timing is fated. And I feel like they're catching you right before you completely close this door to your heart, to that heart chakra. Okay, they want me to look, right? Before you completely close the door, burn the keys, cement the door closed. What door, bitch? It's a wall, okay? Add some thorns just in case somebody want to scale the wall, bitch. You will cut yourself the fuck up. Okay? They're like, whoa, we need to show you something. Okay. You've been a little impatient, yes? You're like, no, I haven't been impatient. Well, that's not what they say. What do you want? Okay. About waiting. Maybe you've been waiting for a lot of changes in your life. A change. Okay. You may have been waiting to see a shift in your money. You may have been waiting to see a shift in your career, a shift in all relationships. Just something, bitch. It's dark. It's quiet. Nothing is moving, right? I'm on this shore. Like, where the fuck is my boat? I've been here. You told me I needed to do X, Y, and Z. I did it. You know what? Let me just go on back to the house. I'm not going to stay by the shore no more. Let me get the fuck on. Okay. And they're like, you don't get to choose. Right before you turn, it's like you turn around. And then that's when you hear, you know, the trumpets blowing. That's when you hear the water finally starting to move and shift. And I do feel like this person is making a huge commotion in that water. They're not no little boat, bitch. It's a big boat. It's a ship. Okay? This ain't no little row boat. That's too small. And I feel like that also speaks to the energy in this connection. It's going to move you. Okay. Water is about emotions. So this is a big shift emotionally. You think you've been in love before? Yeah. I think you better think again. Okay. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's like that. Sometimes when Six of Cups comes out, it just depends on what positioning it's in the reading. We could tend to breeze over that. Like it's not big. But with the Three of Wands here, you've been quiet. You've done the work. It's not, there's no movement. And now we have the Six of Wands. Okay. The Six of Cups. That's 2 6s, by the way. And then the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. We have luck. We have like that. This is big energy, guys. Okay. I just want to make that very, very clear. Transformations can also be magical, right? A shift completely. I do feel like this is a life-altering relationship and connection if you want it. The cards say that you asked for it. So how could you not want something that you literally asked for? But you would have to be truthful with yourself. Okay, don't allow your mind to escape you. That's what they keep saying. And with the Ace of Swords here, it does suggest that you do get up in your head a little bit. Okay, you may overanalyze, overthink. Like, what did you mean by that? Why did you look at me like that? Why did you say it like that? You gotta chill. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. So this is a turning point, right? Wheel of Fortune. Boom. Major. They're also wanting to point out, just to signify that I'm not lying. Duh, I'm not lying. What do you mean? Okay. They want to signify that before I pulled most of these tarot cards, the first 3 cards out were 2 major arcana. Okay, and now we have the third one. So it's not, I'm not putting 20 on 10. Major arcana do suggest major life shifts. Things are changing. They want me to use the phrase, the tides are a-changing. Six of Swords is about victory and success. It is about accolades. I do feel like this person will give you lots of compliments and they mean it. There's something in your intuition that will let you know that when this person speaks, they mean it, right? Like they have this, it's just like you just know, you know, that speaks to this prove it card once again. There will come a shift in this connection where you will stop second guessing their authenticity, their genuineness, because you will just know, especially if you believe what the divine is telling you. I like that, guys. I do. I feel like you can rely on what they say. This is the type of person who says what the fuck they mean and they mean what the fuck they say. They might not have a filter. They don't mean to hurt people, but they might hurt people. There's still that sentiment of of empathy, right? Like they will tell you the fuck about yourself with love. Can you, I feel like the two of you might have that in common, right? You may have been told about your tongue a time or two. You guys may be able to relate on that. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, I don't want y'all beating me up, but I don't get that they have anything bad to say about you. They will be very overprotective of your feelings with the moon card here. Like they care a lot about how you feel, what you feel. How did I make you feel? How did they make you feel? Because bitch, I will, somebody could catch a fade if you want them to, babe. Somebody could catch a fade, right? Like that's this person. Could be a Virgo for some of you. It's a very strong quality about this person that suggests that once they meet you, once the two of you have solidified the connection, I do feel like they get a bit protective over what you've built. Okay, yeah. Eight of Pentacles, right? That's when their earth qualities kind of come to the stage. They want to protect it. Yeah. There's also a big emphasis on boundaries. So for some of you, you may have learned some very hard lessons about having boundaries, getting boundaries, reinforcing boundaries, keeping boundaries, especially in regards to love, because the Seven of Wands is kind of diagonal to the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups can sometimes signify over giving, being too kind, right? Like generosity. So there is some kind of emphasis that they want to put on boundaries, understanding where they come into play and not taking it too far. Okay, so what do they mean by that? Well, yes, have the boundaries. Don't let the boundaries have you in a fucking jail, right? Or in a mental imprisonment where you're overthinking things or you're not seeing things as they actually are. Where illusions may start to pop into your mind, or that anxiety may start to creep up. You've been burnt quite a few times and you don't want that to happen again. So that's where this kind of push-pull may come with your mental space. If you're truthful with yourself and you listen to your intuition and you don't move things too super duper duper fast, especially in that bedroom area, then you'll be able to navigate this just fine. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna be met with any obstacles in that arena, because it's new for you. This is new. This is all new territory. You have not touched it yet. Okay, they're now pointing out this children card, right? So that both of you are like babies in love right now. Girl, what? That's what I heard. Babies in love. So you're both now touching new territory in regards to the heart chakra relationships. You're navigating this together. You're supposed to navigate this together. And this could be why you feel like it's showing up sooner than you think it should be showing up, but you don't get to choose. Yeah. Pushy, pushy, Spirit. You're being pushy. Okay. So this is what their past holds, right? Endings. Betrayals. Okay. Defeat is what the Ten of Swords is. So they do feel like they may have been a little bit bitch made in the past because they didn't really give it to people the way that they should have. It's a specific breakup. They just kind of threw their hands up and walked away. That's what the Ten of Swords is, defeat. Okay. Here's what I like about this. There's a renewed optimism that this person already has in love. They may be a hopeless romantic, right? This might be somebody who just does well in long-term commitments or relationships. They were just giving that shit to the wrong people, right? Yeah, they got burnt. But the optimism is not gone. Yes, they have learned, they have transformed as well, but there is this sentiment of them kind of coming in with this like whimsical romantic energy. And you're like, okay, you kind of sweet. You kind of cute. Like, okay, why you so bubbly? Oh, all right. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you. All right. Like, this is somebody who might be putting 20 on 10. Like, lots of compliments, like opening your door, you know, or cooking for you, right? Like being extra buttery, sweet. They love. And that is also by design for them to show up this way. You will begin to soften. Okay. You will begin to recognize that it's not a front, that it's not, that's just the way that they are, that it is steadfast. Yeah, that you can actually go ahead and sip from that sweet ass cup of sugar juice, sugar water. You're like, bitch, it ain't nothing but sugar in this cup. They are very sweet, you guys. So back to my point, the reason why I like this is because this is not a man or a woman's scorn. So they have actually done the work mentally, emotionally, right? Like internally, subconsciously, more importantly, to where they're not making everybody after this pay for what the fuck they went through, right? Like, cause I do feel like this person really could be savage if they wanted to moving forward, right? The way that they got dealt, the card that they got dealt kind of, okay, this is the spirit speaking, not me. So the card that they were dealt and the specific situation, which they're not really telling me, this person just released it. But this situation is known to have people wanting to get their lick back, not just by the person that did it to them. Okay, they turn into a hoe, right? A hoe, a whoremonger, a quote unquote player, right? A manipulator, a liar, a nonconformist, a serial dater, right? Okay. Everybody pays afterwards and they just know they don't believe in love anymore. That's the end. But that's not who you're dealing with here. And that's also done by design. It's very beautiful. I love how they're showing up. Now, here's what I will say. Did this healing happen overnight? No, we have, oh, okay. Yeah. So they want to make that very clear. We have the hangman, which is a full stop. Motherfucker hanging from the tree, not moving, bitch. It's about self-mastery, right? Like gaining new perspective, having epiphanies, understanding how you got here, right? Sacrificing some happiness because this person doesn't like to be alone, but in order to heal, they needed to do that. And then we also have the Knight of Pentacles, which is also a very slow moving card. So that was in preparation for you. It was. This person might actually say that, right? Like I feel like I'm prepared for you, right? Or I feel like what I went through prepared me for this, for us. I also feel like this person has big dreams, like big goals, big visions. You might be able to relate to that, especially since you are spiritual. People laugh at this person's desires, their dreams, their wishes, but they're going to be successful at achieving that. It does feel like it has something monetary to do. You know, this feels like a business, you know, like this is the type of person who wants to build for their lineage. OK, generational wealth is at the forefront of their mind. This is not a selfish person. So when they work towards a goal, it is for the collective of their household, their family. That's how this person thinks. And they're gonna succeed at that with the Six of Wands. They will share this with you eventually, right? I do feel like that is a tinge of insecurity within them. They don't like to put out there what they are planning to do because they don't want other people having a say or putting out negativity into the universe about their desires, about what they're working towards. You two may have that in common as well. Aquarians are known to be very secretive or private. Private with shit that matters. Okay. Wow. I did not plan to go this long, but we're here. Okay. Let's go over to the extended. Okay. I definitely want to unpack some things over there that we were unable to get to here, just to ensure that, you know, you're okay, right? I'm definitely I'm not worried, but You know, I want you all to be all right. I want to make sure that this is somebody who is who they say they are. The cards look good. Everything looks great. So we're going to just make sure. That's it. We're going to re-go through, you know, kind of, you know, dig through, finger through, okay, comb through every detail to make sure this is someone who is safe for you, okay? I want to know what additionally is in this person's background. How were they raised? Like how do they handle money? All of those things, right? The foundational things that it takes to really create a relationship for longevity. That will also let you know if the two of you have the same morals, values, if you're equally yoked. Let's see what makes this connection work. What would make things work? What is that ideal thing that's going to allow things to be built firmly and move forward or progress with this Six of Wands? Let's see what could potentially stagnate things. What are the deal breakers, the red flags that we are unable to see? What is this person's toxic traits, if any? Okay, I know that's the one you want to hear. Okay, let's see why exactly they are single according to the divine, not them. All right, I also want to know what additional fears they may still struggle with that could impact how they look at the world, how they navigate. And that'll also give you insight in reference to if those insecurities would impact you, okay? Let's see what their purest intentions for you are, right? What exactly are they looking for in relationship? Does that match with what you're looking for, right? Let's see, once they have you, do they stay the same? Okay, I like this. Will shit change once they feel like they've got ya, right? What does the return on your investment look like? Okay, if you were to give into this, what does that look? What do you get back? What do you get out of this? Okay, and then we'll look at some time frames, of course. When will you meet this person if you haven't already? And when will it go into a higher level of commitment if you have met this person? We'll look at the best possible outcome in the near future. That's like the next 6 months or so, you guys, okay? And let's get your advice, of course. The advice will have to do with your wishes, right? Your manifestations. Aside from love, what can you do to co-create with the universe to propel that energy quick? Get it quick, okay? Make it come in as soon as possible. So without further ado, click that like button as well as the subscribe button, guys, okay? And the notification bell. And if you're rolling with me, I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. And I know I'm going to see y'all over there. So let's go.